Mario has been in a lot of games so far in his 35 years being in the gaming world. He has been in party games, RPGs, anything you can think of. But there is one particular game that holds a special place in my heart. Let's get into it. Good afternoon, gamers, or good evening, gamers. Welcome back to the Mario 2000 channel, where you can find gaming related content due on the topic of gaming. Today's video is going to be a review on one of the best games that came out in 2013, and to me is considered the best game on the Wii U, which that never sold successfully, but it did sell though. But we'll see. The Princess from Bowser. So the plot is like any other Mario game. So you have to go through a world to rescue the princess, yada 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 from Bowser. Yeah, the main villain from every game so far. So the plot is Mario and friends see a clear pipe on the ground on their nightly stroll. Don't know why anybody would do that, but yeah, I don't know why anybody would do that for some reason. It just isn't that there. I don't know why who would take a stroll at night. But yeah. And the brothers go down to business, fixing the pipe like plumbers usually do. And this fairy like princess jumps out of the pipe after Mario and Luigi fix the pipe, and tells them that Bowser is coming in the form of a picture that is like a cloud, and it shows Bowser, and it shows that he is kidnapping every one of the fairy like princesses. And then Bowser comes out, and you get the full idea. Now, on to the features. So, the features that this game has, the new features it has, is the mystery boxes. Each one contains 5 to 10 stars. They're not called mystery boxes. They're called mystery houses. Um, and when the mystery houses count as like 100% completion of the game, and if you and this is optional, and each one contains about 5 to 10 stars, depending on the star and depending on the level. So basically, World 2 contains 5 stars. World 3 maybe contains about like 5 stars usually, and then World 5 contains about 10. Yeah, and it goes on like 5 to 10 stars depending. And then there's like the last one, which I'm not gonna say because, well, yeah, I want you guys to find that out for yourselves and see if you can find out the clue. All right then. Um, Another feature is is two is each 2 to 3 worlds contains a circus type level where you fight a boss. So there's 2 to 3 worlds that contain a circus type level where you fight a boss. So you fight a specific boss in the circus type level, whether it's the it's the cat thing, like the one that comes out at you. The no, it's not that one. It's Histocrat. Histocrat's the name, and you have to fight, and either have to fight him or her, or you can, or you fight this blob thing that, or you fight this enemy that turns into like a blob thing where it transformed and does something like this, and it transformed into like a big huge enemy like this. But yeah, but yeah, that's one of the features as well. There's a stamp collection in there. It serves really no other purpose than just being a stamp collection you can collect at the game. So it's just like an extra little feature they put there. So that's actually kind of cool, but I don't really see the point of having a stamp collection if all it's gonna do is just have a collection of stamps that you're gonna collect. But yeah. Well, you could use it in Miiverse posts, but Miiverse is not around anymore, so there's really no point for it anymore. I mean, yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, there was a point before, but there's not a point now because Miiverse is gone from the Wii U, so no. Um, and some levels contain a specific character button for you to collect a stamp. So, so what I mean is this. So let's say if you were in the if you were in World Two, right? And you come across. So let's take the underground level for example. Let's take that. So there's a specific part where there's a button and there's like the character's logo on it. So like Mario has M, Luigi has L, and then Peach has the crown thing, and Toad has a mushroom with his logo on it, and they have a certain button. So like in some levels, there's a certain button that you have to press and be that specific character for you to collect the stamp. So that's just like a little extra feature as well. Um, so yeah. Uh, so there's so now we're gonna get into the other one. So the next feature is that worlds are based on a certain theme depending on what the world is about. So um so let's take for example World 1. So World 1 is kind of like a grass world. So the worlds are basically based around the grass. So the world so World 1 is based around grass. You have grass elements, little bit of grass levels here and there, and there's like a couple different things there, but yeah, um, depending on it, yeah, depending on the grass or depending on the world. So yeah, each of these worlds contain a specific theme depending on a certain theme that the world has. Like yeah, something like that, and the Captain Toad levels are like that too. So yeah, um, and then another feature is the one I just talked about before, is the Captain Toad levels where where you get to navigate Toad through a series of puzzle levels where you guide him through where to go for the 5 stars. Usually there's 5 stars in them, and there's like 4 of them in the game. So yeah, uh, you can play with 4 characters: Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad. Yeah, we discussed that already. And the cool thing about that is this is the one thing I never noticed in the game when I played it. So basically, the four characters you get to play as is Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad, and there's like one other unlockable character in the first special world, but I'm not even gonna get into that, but the four main characters, I thought this is cool that they were based around Mario on the first Mario 2, which was the USA one. So basically, the one we got on release, the one we got on the one where we got Mario 2. So Mario 2 USA is just, I think it's Doki Doki Panic. Yeah, Doki Doki Panic, and it was based around that, and that reminded me a little bit of the that reminded me of a little bit of Mario 2 when I think back to all that. When I think back to the four characters based when I think of the four characters in the game that you can play as, it reminds me of like the four character system you get to play with on Mario 2. So yeah, for each level, yeah. I thought that was a nice little touch. Um the pros and cons the of the game. So the pros, we're gonna start with the pros because I think that's easier. So We'll start. So I feel like the game has a really amazing game design, and I think it is based on how good the game design was, and how creative it has, and how creative it is, considering how much effort is put into the levels and stuff like that. And I feel like the design of the levels is very well done, and I believe that it's done way better, and it's done efficiently, other than like the other 3D Mario's that I have seen. Uh, Excluding Mario Odyssey, because Mario Odyssey wasn't a mentioned wasn't a because Mario Odyssey wasn't there at that point in 2013. So basically, there's no telling. So there's basically excluding that, and Mario Odyssey is amazing. So yeah, yeah, excluding that because Mario Odyssey wasn't there when 3D World released. So yeah, um, so it's got amazing game design, which is a good thing in all retrospect. And the second pro is that it's got a lot of content. So you get a lot of things to do. So you got a lot of things to do. Got so what you got a you got a circus, you got Captain Toad levels. You got the mini things that you got in there. The mini challenges. The levels. And the enemies, the power ups, all that stuff. Yeah, and I feel like it has brought a lot of content into the game, and it feels like it's refreshing and new. And it doesn't feel like it's bad, and it feels like you are experiencing something very, very new. I think Super Mario 3D World um is strong in that regard, in terms of the gameplay aspect. And the next thing is, the levels don't feel the same. The levels do not feel the same, which is great in my opinion, because if the levels felt the same, it would just be a boring experience. And I don't know how I would feel if the levels felt the same way as every other Mario game. Not it's not like I want to have that. And it feels, and I reference that with I referenced that with the new Super Mario Bros. Series. It just feels the same. So yeah, I don't I don't like, and the levels don't feel the same, which is good because it provides a lot of possibilities that you can get with the game, and they experimented quite a bit with the levels. I'm very impressed by how they try to make everything work. So it's it's not a surprise though. So yeah. um I don't know how many secrets are in the game, so I'm not even gonna go into that. So I don't think so. I'm gonna edit that out. So uh so the next pro is that it has a lot of charm. Um, what I mean by that is the game feels like the the game feels like it's original. It feels new, and um and it's fun, creative, and it's basically something that you can have a lot of fun with, and it brings a lot of charm the developers where the developers kind of express their own creativity in this game, and I and I believe that any game can do that, and I believe that this game in particular nails that aspect, and I hope any other game does that as well. And I really believe that Nintendo can capitalize on that as well, and they can learn from their mistakes from the last few games that they did, and they can take some cues from 3D World, other games that have really good game design as well. So I believe that so, and I believe it adds a lot of more charm to it, and it makes the experience much more enjoyable. Um, yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter. Um, And the last pro is it has really good replay value. And you get a lot of content with this. You have amazing game design. Tied with all the things that I have said, it's it's phenomenal of what you can do in this game, and it's phenomenal that people are gonna still be playing this, and people won't get bored of it as much. And I feel like that it does really well in that department, and I feel it's gotten a lot, and I feel like it's a lot of things that Nintendo is doing well with this game as well, and especially with other 3D titles as well. So I believe this is a good way is a good experience if you want to play it again as well, and along with the 3D with the other 3D titles as well. All right, so the cons, the ones that I have really just a gripe about, for this is the camera is just locked to one direction. Now, now I mean that the camera is locked to one direction is that is that the is that each level or the gameplay feels like it's locked to one direction because you can't move it around in most places, and you try to move it, and it feels like it's locked. It's not like it's not like good words. How do I say this? It's not like you can move it in different directions. It's pretty much locked to one side of the map, and the multi and that's the worst part in the multiplayer experience. Like it's locked in one direction as well. Even when you go into like certain areas, that's when it gets really bad. So Yeah, and and this leads me to my next point that the multiplayer and that the multiplayer seems like it causes chaos. So it feels like when you play with two or three other friends or two or three other people, that it gets kind of chaotic kind of quickly, and I feel like they need to improve on that, and I hope by this next year, and I hope by anything else in the world, I just hope that it gets fixed. So, anyways, I'm done with this review, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you around. And if you guys have enjoyed this video, click on the subscribe button on the bottom, and click on the like button, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos coming from me. See you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or some other day. Thank you. Bye.